Welcome everybody. It is another beautiful day in sunny Sarasota. The birds are a-chirping, as you can probably hear. We are in a beautiful scene. It's an awesome park called Philippi Creek that Sarasota has provided. It's just a beautiful day as always in Florida. 95% of the year, sunny, and it's a great place to live. I love it. Today we are here to talk to you about why is your health important today?
All right, well, the first point I want to make to you guys is that if you are really concerned about your health right now, you'll feel lots better in your body. You'll have a better self-image of yourself, you'll see yourself in a better way, and that will give you more self-confidence in life, and it'll just feel better. And having a slimmer body definitely will impact you in a positive way in regards to your health, as you're less likely to get like heart disease, diabetes, and a lot of other diseases that are related to your body weight.
Something really cool that I have found ever since taking more control over my health and the food that I put into my body is the concept of small victories. There was a period in my life where I was very depressed and I felt a little bit helpless. Like, I think I grew up with this mindset of a little bit of learned helplessness in like certain aspects of my life, especially when it came to my health. I wasn't necessarily empowered and like taught to like, you know, prioritize my health and to take care of it. So developing the habits of eating healthy can actually be like a really effective way for gaining confidence and control over your life. In my opinion, health is a foundation, cornerstone to a productive and meaningful, purposeful life. As I've become more health conscious, what I've really come to understand is habits are built right now. So every time I make a good decision right now, that's building a habit for the future. It's not about getting it perfect every single time, but it's more about becoming aware of these like decision trees and the crucial moment of when it's happening. So, you know, when I go home this afternoon and I'm gonna make lunch, it's like, you know, I have the decision of eating something processed or something easy, or maybe like home prepping something for myself. You know, every time I make the decision to do something more home prepped or healthier, you know, that's setting in motion a habit that can continue on beyond that. It's not about getting it right every single time, but it's more about increasing the frequency of the healthy decisions, and that's how I've built momentum in eating more and more whole foods, plant-based. And the thing is once you start doing that and taking these steps, you'll start to notice the effects and how much better you feel, and you'll get positive reinforcement from your body. So I'd say the most important thing is just developing the awareness, and then developing the awareness of like when these crucial decisions are made, and then doing your best to make the right decision and setting in motion the healthy habits.
All right, the next point that I want to make, guys, is that your decision to be healthy right now directly influences the people around you and your family. If you have kids and you eat unhealthy, then a lot of times your kids will eat unhealthy too. You know, you can't teach your kids to eat healthy but eat unhealthy yourself. It's just, you know, it's a double standard. And, you know, these days there's tons of kids that are getting diabetes when they're 3 or 4 years old, or that are just morbidly obese. And, you know, that's really sad to see. And a lot of that just starts with the decisions of parents and friends, family members, to eat healthy right now to have a positive influence on people around them.
The next point I want to make is the point of small victories. Growing up and to this day, I've had varying levels of self-esteem issues, And something I've found really, really resourceful is the concept of small victories. Basically, it's by taking control of like the simple day-to-day things in your life, you can build momentum and kind of develop the habits and the unconscious belief that you are capable and you can like have control over the conditions in your life. So to me, I feel like taking control of my health was really just a common sense thing to do. It was something immediately available to me, and it was something I could control. And I find that by placing it as a top priority and committing to it every day, almost as like a ritual type thing, that I've developed a higher sense of self-worth. I've developed a higher level of confidence, just through repeatedly doing something that I know I'm capable of doing. And I think there is actually, I'm not really sure how to put it into words, but I think there's a transformative quality in the concept of small victories. And I think applying that principle to your health, and like something as simple as your health, I think is really powerful, because it's not only like a huge act of self-love, but it's also going to empower you to make substantial changes in other areas of your life and be a more influential and productive person in society.
A really cool thing about being healthy right now is that you save a shit ton of money on hospital expenses and doctor's visits. It is very expensive to get heart disease and cancer and diabetes. There's just a lot of medical treatment involved. And by being plant-based and not having to get those chronic diseases, it will save you a lot of money. Sometimes whenever people ask me, like, why are you vegan? I like to just kind of joke around and be like, well, I actually just realized I don't have enough money to pay for heart disease, so I just had to be vegan. And, you know, it's funny, but it's definitely very, very true.
Okay, so to wrap up, why health is important now to me. I have a lot of goals, I have a lot of ambitions, and I've just come to realize that food plays such a major role in that. I paid a lot of attention to like how foods affect my mind and like how I feel. And what I've just come to realize from my experience is the more I eat like processed foods that are full of like sodium and preservatives, fats, typically just make me feel really lethargic, unmotivated, depressed. And I've just noticed that I have a really hard time getting myself going, getting myself moving, almost like a feeling of, I feel like my power is just drained right out of me, and I feel like I can't make good decisions, just overall feel like shit. But as I put more pure, whole plant-based foods into my body, that are full of vitamins, nutrients, that are hydrating, I feel vitalized, energized, focused, clear of thought. I feel confident because I know I'm putting good stuff into my body. I think part of it is a self-belief that, you know, as I put processed foods into my body, it's like I know in the moment of doing it that I'm harming myself. So that in turn lowers my self-esteem, because it's like I know I'm inflicting harm onto my body, and this is my vehicle for this life. So that in turn, you know, just makes me feel bad about myself, because it's like I'm knowingly harming myself to fulfill an instant gratification or because of laziness. But whenever I implement the discipline to put good whole foods in my body, it's not always the easiest thing, because sometimes it requires a little bit of time. You gotta chop up some veggies. But going through that process and acting out and going through the motions that are going to lead to a more energized, vitalized body helps me to achieve the goals I want. You know, I have a lot of goals and I have a lot of ambitions that I want to achieve, and I know firsthand that the more I put good stuff into my body, the more likely I'm able to achieve these, because I'm going to have the energy, I'm going to have the clarity of thought that I need, and I'm going to have the focus.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Ryan. You have to definitely show yourself some self-love, and I definitely connect with that too. And I definitely really want to eat plant-based to work on my goals as well. Kind of the last point that I want to make about why it's important to be healthy right now is that it saves you a lot of pain and suffering from getting diseases like heart disease and cancer. And about like 2 years ago, I actually had an inguinal hernia surgery repair, and it was the first major surgery and hopefully the last that I'll ever go through. And I remember waking up from surgery and all of like the pain from the surgery, and I never want to go through that experience again. So something that definitely motivates me a lot is to eat healthy so I don't have to go through the pain of different diseases like that.
That must have been a really painful surgery.
It was. I mean, it's like I woke up and I have this like huge gash bandage on my side, kind of near my groin, and you know, I had to kind of hold it whenever I was trying to walk again and stuff. And I mean, that was relatively like a minor surgery compared to a lot of other major ones. So I mean, people that are waking up from heart disease surgery where they're going inside their heart.
Open heart surgery.
Yeah. And they're, you know, take arteries from their legs and then transplant it to their heart. And it's like you're just laying in bed, like with, you know, stitched up and stuff, and they went into your heart and stuff. Like, I just can't even imagine the pain that you have to go through.
It's insane.
For that. So it's just by being healthy right now, you prevent yourself from having to go through those experiences.
Yeah, it's crazy that stuff is just normal in our society too. Like, it's so so tragic.
But yeah, this about wraps it up, guys. This is the different reasons why we feel it's important to be healthy right now.
As always, we are making these videos for the animals,
the planet,
and our health.
Vegan.